What's up guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Mike Sieben. I am a 7-figure Amazon wholesale FBA seller, founder of Elite Wholesale, and coach to hundreds of successful Amazon students. Today's video, I'm going to be talking specifically to all of you Canadians. Last week I did a video that I urge you to go check out after you fully watch this video about how you can actually get started as a Canadian selling on Amazon.com. There is another key piece of information that you need to know in order to save actually paying taxes on your inventory when you're selling Amazon wholesale on the Amazon.com platform. So this is actually for Canadians, for US citizens, for anybody in the world, regardless of where you are. You're going to need something called a Reseller Certificate. So I'm gonna hop you over real soon to a video that I actually filmed for Elite Wholesale for my students that walks you through exactly how you can obtain this reseller certificate and avoid paying sales tax when you're purchasing your inventory for the Amazon wholesale business. Before we do that though, if you guys are enjoying the content and you're excited to see how you can avoid actually paying taxes, please just take a second, smash that like button. Make sure that you're subscribed if you aren't already, because let's be honest, I put out amazing free content for you guys. It costs you absolutely nothing and it helps out the channel more than you could ever know. All right, so let's hop over, let's have a look at that video and see exactly how it can be done. So I want to walk you through, this is the recommended way in order to get a reseller certificate. What this is going to do for you is enable you to purchase from US suppliers your inventory and avoid paying any sort of sales tax when you do so. So you just have to buy the items and not pay any tax when you're purchasing goods, right? So what you need to do is log on, create a seller certificate registration. You're going to get a registration number from the state of California. Once you have that number, you're going to transcribe that one time per supplier that you sign up for an account with, not per order with that supplier. Just when you open up an account with them, you'll supply them with a certificate the first time. And that is exactly how you use it. And then on a quarterly or a yearly basis, you're going to file with the state of California, or when they send you mail and tell you that you need to file, you're going to go ahead and file with them and tell them that you've done 0 taxable sales, because Amazon ultimately collects and remits sales tax on your behalf. Let us know if you have any questions about that, but I'm going to walk you through the process that you need in order to register and get the certificate that you're going to need to use going forward. Okay. So all I've done here is I literally just hopped on Google and I Googled California Reseller Tax Certificate. So like I mentioned, you're going to need 2 things. First thing is going to be this first link here. It's just a downloadable PDF. What you're going to do is you're going to put your seller's permit number in this blank area, right? So we're going to show you how to get that number ultimately, but what you're going to need to do is take a blank copy of this each time you sign up for an account with a supplier. You're going to fill this out with your number. So if your number is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, right? And then I'm engaged in the business of selling the following type of personal property. So you're just going to put in, if you're selling toys, it's toys. If you're doing vitamins, it's vitamins, right? Whatever the supplier is ultimately going to give you, that's what you put in here. It can be super general like that, guys. Don't worry too much about what you put in here, as long as it's kind of representative of the type of item, right? And then vendor's name, just going to be your supplier's name, description of the property to be purchased. Again, keep it kind of general. You can put children's toys or vitamins and supplements, or kitchen utensils, whatever you're buying, go ahead and put that in there. Name of purchaser, that's going to be you. Signature, you're going to need to import a signature or print this out and put a signature here and scan it. Printed name of the person signing, again, put your name, your title, your address, or business address, whatever you want to put in there, telephone number and date, right? So then you would just basically save this, hand this over to your supplier, and you are good to go, right? So you're going to give this to your supplier each time you open up a new account with a new supplier. So how do you get this number? That's the $1 million question. Super easy. What you're going to need to do is navigate to the California state website. And so they're always changing. Obviously, they can update how the website is laid out, but ultimately you're going to need to register for sales and use tax somewhere in that area. Here's get a seller's permit. You're going to need to get a seller's permit. Here's some of the stuff that they say you need. No matter where you're from, don't necessarily worry about it. We'll deal with that as we go through. And so this basically just tells you some information on what you need in order to get the actual seller's permit, right? So you can apply online using online registration. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we need to figure out where we need to be here to register. So login, we don't have a login. So registrations, online registration, boom, let's get started, okay? Let's go ahead and create a new one, register a new business activity. Okay. And I'm going to walk you through this super quick. Obviously, it's going to be different in every single person's scenario in terms of your information, your situation, all that kind of stuff. But I'll walk you through how I would do it for our business, right? So as you're going in here, basically it's the first one, right? Selling items or goods in California, so you need a seller's permit. Boom, done. You're not going to be purchasing items out of state for use in California without paying tax. From out of state for use in California without paying tax. Yes, we need that as well. Not cannabis, not bad debt, not operating, not a bus, any of this, right? We're just basically telling them what we do, what we don't do. So we're good to go there. No alcoholic beverages. We're not selling cigarettes. We're not selling tires, and we're not selling covered electronic devices. No fuel products, no lumber, no wireless services, no lead acid batteries. What type of business activity are you registering for? So we recommend an LLC or a corporation, right? So you're going to pick one of those or whatever applies to you in your business. Ultimately, you have to make that decision, but we are a corporation. So I'm going to put corporation. You're going to put your incorporation company. We are Canada. If you were another country, you would ultimately put that. So Canada. We don't have any of these things, right? We don't have FEIN and SEIN corporation with California. We don't have that. But ultimately, if you had these things and you're located in the US, you would put them there. Non-California issued entity number. You would have a business number if you're in Canada, or whatever number your government gives you. You go ahead and you put that in there. And then we're not changing from one type of business to another. You'd say that you don't have an account with the state. Yes, you need a seller's permit. Click yes. Temporary. No, we don't want a temporary permit. We want a existing long-term permanent permit. It's going to want you to verify your information. Business name, you basic stuff, guys, right? Home address. If you have another officer or another person in here, you would add them. I'm not going to do that. And then you need to submit your ID. So take a photo of your ID, submit that. And then you need a books person, whoever's keeping your books. Likely that is just you in this situation. You're going to put no because we're going to be getting all of our sales through Amazon. So yes, we're making internet sales. Yes. Amazon.com. There we go. You need a business code. So and so you can just put in like one code from one of the items you plan on selling. Again, not super important in this scenario. And so we could just say we're a hobby, toy, and game store. Sure. Fantastic. Great. No, we're not a vehicle auctioneer. We're not going to be selling for the DMV. We'll say no to this. We'll say no to this as well. We're not leasing equipment in California. We want this to start maybe next business day. Projected sales. Again, projected, guys, right? We want to be optimistic with our sales, but at the end of the day, we want to be realistic with them. But they're not going to come back and mandate, right? At the end of the day, okay, you said 50,000, you didn't do any, or you did 100,000, right? They don't necessarily are going to come back to you difficultly on you on this. So don't necessarily worry too much about it. I'm going to put 0 because nothing is going to be taxable, because Amazon is going to remit to us. And then we said we were going to do toys, so we'll stick with that theme. Do we have an independent sales rep? No. Before entering these steps, put $1, sure. Put our information in here. So this could be any random supplier. So any supplier that you've seen in this business, go ahead and add. I mean, I'll give you guys one. They just want to see that you're dealing with maybe some legitimate suppliers. You're gonna have a legitimate business at the end of the day. Feel free to use this as well, guys. Again, this doesn't need to be 100% accurate to what you're doing. They're not going to come back to you and say, hey, you supplied this supplier, but you ultimately didn't use them, or do you know who these guys are and what's your sales rep's name, right? It's not going to be anything like that. They just want to see that you're working with legitimate companies and that you're a legitimate company at the end of the day. And so that's what we're here for, right? And then your information, again, put in your information. Just keep going through here, guys. No California resident. We don't want to vote. We don't want anything of that. And then here is where we're going to submit. I'm obviously not going to submit because all this information is fake. It's not actually my business. But this is where you guys would submit. These are some of the things that we've had to go over ultimately to get through this. Put in all of your own information for you, your business, all of that type of stuff, right? Ultimately, at the end of the day, this is for your business. So make sure you have a business in place, one, before you go and do this. Put in the correct information. Make sure your name's on it. Make sure you submit your ID, all of that information, right? You guys can use Sheffer if you'd like to use Sheffer, or grab another supplier that you plan on using. Maybe you found one already or heard of another good supplier. Go ahead and use that as well. Doesn't necessarily matter there. And then feel free to use all the values that I used in the rest of those fields. And so end of the day, guys, very straightforward. It's all just information about you, your business, and everything we're going to put in there is just projections and estimates, right? There's no thing at the end of the day that's going to hold you to anything you put in here, except that you want to put all of your actual business information, all of your actual personal information, and all of the legitimate things from that perspective. But the rest are just estimates and projections at the end of the day. So thank you. I thought it would be very important to make this video so you guys know ultimately where to go. Once we submit this form, it goes away. It's important we put all of our proper information in, because California will either send you a piece of mail or an email, and they will give you your sales and use tax certificate or form. That form will ultimately have the number that you need to go and put on the PDF form at the beginning of the video. And so once you get that number, you can go and get that blank PDF form, put your number in there, fill out all of that information specific to the supplier that you're applying for an account with. We'll go over account applications in a future video, and then you're good to go. Then you're rocking, you're off to the races, and you're all sorted for your reseller certificate. All right, thanks guys. Have a great day. All right guys, welcome back. Hope that you guys learned something awesome from that video. Remember, this is a key step in avoiding paying sales tax when selling on Amazon Wholesale on the Amazon.com website. If you guys really enjoyed that and learned something from that video, please make sure that you smash that like button if you haven't already. Jump down in the comments if you guys have any questions about the reseller certificate. This is one thing that I get asked a question about almost every single day, so I would love to help you guys down in the comment section. As well, if you aren't already, make sure that you hit the link down below in the description and join our free Facebook community. This Facebook community is full of hundreds of other like-minded individuals. I also drop additional content in there for you guys to help you actually get started with selling on Amazon. And finally, go off, have a fantastic day, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.